Stop right where you are. Do not let your thumb move another inch across that screen. This moment, this precise second where our paths have crossed, is not a glitch in an algorithm, nor is it a coincidence born of your boredom. It is a divine appointment, a summons from the throne of grace directly to your weary soul. I have reached through the noise of a chaotic world to grab your attention because there is a silence you have been carrying that only my voice can fill. You felt a nudge, a strange pull in your spirit to click, and now you are here. Listen closely, my beloved child, for I am not speaking to the world. I am whispering into the very depths of your heart. The atmosphere around you is shifting even as these words reach your ears, for when the Creator speaks, the creation must align. You are here by my design, and what I am about to reveal to you will change the trajectory of your life forever. This is not a video to be watched. It is an encounter to be experienced. I have watched you walking through the shadows, and I see the trap that has been laid for you. It is subtle, crafted with the precision of ancient darkness, and it has been placed right beneath your feet, hidden under the guise of your everyday struggles and your deepest anxieties. The enemy has been waiting for you to stumble, waiting for your strength to fail, so that the net could be drawn tight. You have felt the tension in the air, the unexplained heaviness in your chest, and the nagging sense that something is closing in on you. But I am the one who sees the end from the beginning, and I am here to expose the snare before it can snap shut. This is your warning, but it is also your deliverance. I am peeling back the veil of the unseen realm to show you the exit that has been prepared for you. You have been fighting a battle you didn't fully understand, but today, the terms of engagement change. The trap was set for your destruction, but I have stepped into the timeline to ensure it becomes the platform for your greatest victory. Do not treat this message as mere background noise while you attend to the trivialities of your day. I command your spirit to be still and your mind to be sharp. Look into my eyes through these words, for your focus is the very key that will cause that trap to collapse behind you rather than upon you. If you turn away now, you are turning back toward the very danger I am trying to lead you out of. Your undivided attention is the first sacrifice of faith I require of you today. Stay with me in this sacred space, for the revelation I am pouring out is the bread you have been starving for. The gates of heaven are leaning in toward you, and the host of angels is standing at the ready. This is the moment of your rescue, the hour of your awakening. Do not blink, do not waver, for the King is speaking, and the words I utter are spirit, and they are life. Your focus is the shield that will extinguish every fiery dart, and your presence here is the sign that the enemy has already lost his grip on your future. My child, I know your heart is racing, wondering why this moment feels so heavy, yet so hopeful. I'm making a covenant with you in this very hour. I'm not a God who speaks in vain, nor do I draw my chosen ones into a corner, only to leave them empty-handed. I'm calling for your endurance. If you honor my word and stay until the final seal is placed upon this message, I will perform a work in your life that no man can undo and no shadow can dim. There is a specific frequency of peace that only comes to those who wait upon me, and today that peace is your portion. I am setting before you 5 divine markers, 5 promises that will be activated the moment this message concludes. First, that crushing weight you have been carrying on your chest, the one that makes it hard to breathe in the middle of the night and feels like a mountain of lead during the day, will vanish. It will not just lessen, it will be dissolved by the warmth of my love. Second, the thick, suffocating brain fog that has clouded your judgment and made every decision feel like an agonizing battle will be swept away. Clarity is your birthright, and I am restoring it to you now. Third, I am moving through the corridors of your life to seal every door, every crack, and every window that the enemy has used to sneak into your mind and sabotage your joy. Those entry points are being locked with a divine seal that no demon can break. Fourth, as we journey through this revelation together, a clear roadmap for your next 30 days will begin to crystallize in your spirit. You will no longer stumble in the dark or guess your next move. You will walk with the precision and confidence of a warrior who knows the path has already been paved. And finally, I'm wrapping you in a layer of divine protection so thick and so tangible that even as you sleep, my presence will be a fortress around your bed. No terror of the night shall come near you, and no arrow that flies by day shall find its mark. These are not mere suggestions. They are my decrees for your life. Stay with me until the end, for the transformation has already begun, and the conclusion of this message marks the glorious beginning of your new season. I have seen the way your body has become a map of the battles you have been fighting in the secret places of your soul. I see the heaviness that sits upon your shoulders as if you are carrying the weight of a world that was never yours to bear. It feels like invisible stones are strapped to your back, making every step a labor, every breath an effort. I have seen you wake up after a full night's rest, only to find that your spirit is still bone-weary, as if the sleep you seek cannot touch the exhaustion that lives deep within your bones. This is not a physical tiredness that a cup of coffee or a vacation can cure. It is a spiritual fatigue, a signal that your energy is being siphoned by a source you cannot see. I see the sudden, sharp pains that come and go without explanation, and the way your jaw tightens in the dark of night. You think you are just stressed, but I know the truth. Your body is reacting to a pressure that is being applied in the unseen realm, trying to crush the resilience I placed within you before the foundations of the world. You are not failing. My child, you are being squeezed, but the oil within you is about to be released. I have watched your nights, my precious one. I have seen the dreams that repeat like a broken record, the ones where you are running through corridors that never end, or fleeing from a shadow that has no face but feels all too familiar. You wake up with your heart hammering against your ribs, the echoes of a chase still ringing in your mind. I have seen you in your quietest moments, when you feel a sudden chilling sensation of being watched, even when you are alone in your room. You turn around expecting to see a presence, but there is nothing there, only a lingering sense of unease. I hear the sudden ringing in your ears, a high-pitched frequency that disrupts your peace and makes it hard to focus on the still small voice within. These are not malfunctions of your mind. They are the disturbances caused by the enemy's proximity, the friction created when darkness attempts to enter a space filled with my light. You are not losing your mind, and you are not imagining things. You are sensing the spiritual atmosphere shifting, and I'm here to tell you that I see every ripple in the water. I see the way your focus is stolen the moment you decide to turn your heart toward me. I have watched you reach for your phone, seeking a distraction in the endless scroll of social media, precisely when you intended to pray or labor on the vision I gave you. It is a digital snare, a persistent buzzing designed to keep you from the silence where my power is found. I see the procrastination that grips you like a paralysis, making you feel stagnant and guilty even when your plans are ready and the path is clear. You wonder why you cannot just move, why you feel stuck in a loop of indecision. And I have seen the sudden, irrational arguments that have erupted between you and those you love most, the sharp words spoken in haste, the misunderstandings that seem to come from nowhere, tearing at the fabric of your peace. The enemy knows that if he can isolate you through conflict and distract you through noise, he can keep you from the destiny that is calling your name. He wants you to believe the people around you are the problem, but they are merely being used as pawns in a game to steal your focus. All of these signs, the heavy shoulders, the repeating dreams, the inexplicable fatigue, the sudden ringing, and the chaotic distractions, are not coincidences. They are the stacking of symptoms, the evidence of a snare that has been slowly tightening its grip on your life. It is an intricate web of sabotage designed to make you believe that you are failing, that you are weak, and that your God has forgotten you. but I am here to break the illusion. I am pointing these signs out to you now so that you can recognize the strategy of the one who seeks to devour your hope. These are the fingerprints of a trap, but because I am revealing them to you, the power of that trap is already beginning to fail. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a target of the enemy because you are a treasure in my kingdom. This recognition is your first step toward total liberation. The fog is beginning to lift, and the truth is starting to burn through the shadows. You are seen, you are known, and you are being called out of the snare into a place of rest. Listen to me closely, my chosen one. Those signs you have felt, those heavy weights and the fog in your mind, they are not your identity. They do not define the essence of who you are. What you have been experiencing is merely the residue of an old season, the lingering echoes of patterns that were never meant to reside in the temple of your spirit. You are not the depression, you are not the anxiety, and you are not the stagnation. These are foreign objects that have tried to attach themselves to your journey because they recognize the light you carry. I'm shifting your perspective right now. I do not look at you and see a broken vessel or a lost cause. I see a masterpiece that is being refined. The enemy wants you to identify with your wounds, but I am here to remind you that your scars are simply the evidence that you survived what was meant to destroy you. You're not falling apart. You are being realigned. You're not breaking. You are becoming the very person I destined you to be. We are not here to fight against your flesh and blood, nor are we here to dwell on the mistakes of your past. We are here to address the open doors and the spiritual mechanics that have allowed these shadows to linger for so long. I do not see you as a victim cowering in a corner. I see you as a warrior whose armor has been dented in the heat of the battle, now standing before me for a divine re-equipment. You're not being punished, you're being trained. The pressure you feel is not the hand of judgment, but the hand of the potter, shaping the clay into a vessel capable of holding a greater weight of glory. Understand this fundamental truth. The very fact that you are under such intense opposition is the greatest proof of the magnitude of the destiny I have placed within you. A thief does not break into an empty house. He only targets the one filled with treasure. You are that treasure, and today we move from the posture of the hunted to the position of authority. Now that you see the truth of who you are, it is time to take up the arms I have provided for you. My word is not merely a collection of ancient promises. It is a living, breathing sword of light that cuts through the thickness of every spiritual darkness. As we move forward, every round of this divine intervention will act as a layer of holy fire sweeping through your life and incinerating every obstacle that has dared to stand in your way. You have been fighting with your own strength, trying to reason with shadows and bargain with fears, but today I'm upgrading your weaponry. You are moving from a defense of desperation to an offense of divine authority. The enemy has used whispers to bind you, but I am using my voice to set you free. Every word I speak into you now is a weapon forged in the fires of eternity, specifically designed to dismantle the structures of the snare that was meant for you. I have promised that I will cover you with my feathers, and under my wings you shall find refuge. My faithfulness is your shield and your rampart. You shall not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. Even as the world around you shakes, you are being anchored into the unshakable. I am the potter, and you are the clay, but I am also the fortress that surrounds the clay while it is being shaped. You're entering a state of divine immunity where the traps of the fowler cannot reach you. This is the spiritual mechanics of my kingdom, that when you are hidden in me, what affects the world does not affect you. I am surrounding you with a wall of fire that no darkness can penetrate, and I'm sharpening your spirit so that you can discern the enemy's movements before they even begin. This is the moment to activate your faith and move from being a spectator to a participant in this miracle. Do not stay silent while the King of Glory is arming you for victory. Reach out and claim this protection with a declaration of your soul. Type this now: Divine fire, cover me now. This is not just a digital action. It is a spiritual seal, a marker in the sand that tells the darkness it can no longer cross this line. As you type these words, feel the warmth of my presence beginning to surround you. And as an act of agreement with this heavenly power, press the like button to signal your alignment with the host of heaven. This is your first act of authority, your first step in reclaiming the ground that was stolen from you. We are building a fortress of light together, and your agreement is the foundation upon which this deliverance stands. Lift your eyes now, my beloved child. For too long, you have been staring at the ground, examining the cracks in the pavement and the snares coiled around your ankles. You have become an expert on your problems, a scholar of your own pain, and a captive to the horizontal view of your circumstances. But I am calling you to look up. Turn your gaze away from the flickering screen of your current struggle and fix your eyes on the horizon where my glory is rising. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who stretched out the heavens like a curtain and laid the foundations of the earth with a single word. When you align yourself vertically, connecting your heart directly to the throne of grace, the horizontal distractions of this world lose their power to intimidate you. Look at the vastness of the stars I have named the complexity of the life I sustain, and realize that the God who manages the galaxies is the same God who is tending to the smallest details of your breakthrough. This vertical alignment is the correction of your spiritual posture, moving you from a state of being bent over by life to standing tall in my presence. Take a deep, intentional breath right now. Feel the air, the very breath of life I first breathed into the nostrils of man, filling your lungs and expanding your heart. As you inhale, invite my Holy Spirit to permeate every cell of your being, bringing light into the dark corners of your exhaustion. And as you exhale, I command you to release every ounce of that heavy burden, every lingering thread of the trap that has tried to tether you to the earth. Let the tension in your shoulders fall away like old rags. Let the tightness in your chest dissolve in the warmth of my love. You were never meant to carry the weight of tomorrow's worries or the leaden guilt of yesterday's regrets. In this holy moment of vertical alignment, you are shedding the skin of a victim and stepping into the light. The atmosphere in your room is changing because you are choosing to breathe in my peace and breathe out the chaos. You are no longer reacting to the world. You are responding to me. Feel the lightness returning to your spirit as the gravity of your problems is replaced by the levity of my grace. You are not here to beg for my attention, for you have always had it. You are not here to plead for a meager crumb of mercy, for my table is overflowing with a banquet prepared specifically for you. You are here to step into your rightful place as an heir to the kingdom, a co-regent with the King of Kings. Vertical alignment means understanding that because I sit on the throne, you sit in a position of delegated authority over the shadows that have been harassing you. I am teaching your hands to war and your fingers to fight, not with physical weapons of anger or manipulation, but with the quiet, devastating authority of my name. From this elevated perspective, the mountains that seemed insurmountable look like tiny pebbles on a path. The giants that screamed threats at you now look like ants beneath your feet. You are now standing on the high ground of the Spirit, executing the judgment that has already been written against the darkness. Speak to the storm from this place of height. Command the waves to be still, not from a place of fear, but from a place of knowing who you are in me. Your alignment is your power, and your focus is your victory. The first round of my divine fire begins now, surging through the very foundations of your existence to locate every hidden chain that has held you in place for far too long. Can you feel the heat of my presence? It is a holy fire that does not consume you, but consumes everything that is not of me. I'm moving through the rooms of your life, from the memories of your childhood to the frustrations of your current hour, searching for the shackles of stagnation. You have felt as though you were walking through waist-deep water, putting in 1,000% of your effort, only to gain a single inch of ground. That season of laboring in vain is over. I am severing the invisible cords of not enough, and the heavy weights of not yet that have been tied to your ankles by the enemy of your soul. The iron bars of the cage that kept you small are melting under the intensity of my love. I declare over you, right now the spirit of stagnation is broken. You are moving forward. Every delay that was meant to drive you to despair is being converted into a setup for a sudden supernatural acceleration. Feel the release in your spirit as the pressure to stay in the shadows vanishes. I want you to say it with the authority of a conqueror. I am moving forward. No power in hell can stop the momentum of a soul set on fire by God. Again, feel the chains hitting the floor. Seal it in your heart. You are no longer anchored to the past. You are propelled into your future. The second round of my divine fire is targeting the roots of anxiety that have grown like jagged weeds in the garden of your mind. I see the knots in your stomach that tighten before you even open your eyes in the morning. I see the way your heart races at the sound of a notification or the thought of a bill. This fire is a cauterizing flame burning through the neural pathways of fear that the enemy has spent years building. I am destroying the what-ifs and the worst-case scenarios that have played like horror movies in your imagination. My fire is sweeping through your nervous system, commanding your pulse to slow and your breath to deepen. I am incinerating the spirit of heaviness and replacing it with the garment of praise. Every negative thought pattern is being turned to ash right now. You are not a slave to the chemicals of stress. You are a child of the living God, and your mind is a sanctuary of peace. The fire is clearing the static from your internal frequency so that you can hear my whisper of all is well above the roar of any storm. Feel your chest opening wide. Feel the air becoming light. Declare this truth. The root of fear is dead. The peace of God is my fortress. Again, let it echo through your soul. Seal the tranquility. The enemy's whispers are being drowned out by the thunder of my grace. The third round of my divine fire strikes at the ancient gnarled roots of your family tree. I am looking at the cycles that have plagued your bloodline for generations, the patterns of poverty, the addiction to sorrow, the recurring brokenness that you began to believe was just your lot in life. I am the great chain breaker, and I have come to tell you that the curse stops at your doorstep. The trap of your ancestors will not claim your children. I am pouring the fire of my holiness over your lineage, washing away the taints of generational trauma and the shadows of inherited failure. You are the one I have chosen to be the boundary line, the place where the darkness of the past meets the blazing light of the future and is forced to retreat. I'm establishing a new legacy within you, one of strength, one of honor, and one of divine abundance. The fire is burning away the family secrets and the hidden shames that have kept you in a state of perpetual apology. You are no longer defined by where you came from, but by where I am taking you. Declare it now. The generational trap is destroyed. I am a new creation with a new legacy. Again, speak it until the atmosphere vibrates. Seal this victory. You are the pioneer of a blessed bloodline. Before we proceed into the deeper rounds of your total liberation, you must acknowledge the work that is being done in this sacred space. Do not remain a silent observer while your king is dismantling your prisons. This is the moment of the midpoint seal. Do not stay silent. Type it again with conviction. No door is open to fear. This is your testimony and your spiritual defense. Join this family of believers who are reclaiming their authority by pressing the like button once more, and subscribe to this channel right now to establish a daily rhythm of protection and power. This is not just a digital action, It is a spiritual discipline that keeps your shield raised against the enemy's whispers. Secure your position in this army of light, for we are only halfway through the fire, and the greatest revelations are yet to come. The fourth round of my divine fire is sweeping through the corridors of your intellect to dissolve the thick, suffocating brain fog that has obscured your vision and stolen your focus. I see the confusion that has made simple decisions feel like insurmountable mountains. I see the way you have doubted my voice because you couldn't see through the haze of your own exhaustion. The fire is burning away the mental clutter, the overthinking, and the double-mindedness that has kept you paralyzed. I am giving you the mind of Christ, a mind of sharp order, divine logic, and supernatural insight. The static is clearing. You will begin to see opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. You will hear my guidance with the precision of a laser cutting through the noise of the world. The fire of my truth is illuminating the hidden path I prepared for you, a path of clarity and purpose. Declare it now. The fog is gone. I see with the eyes of the Spirit. Again, feel the sharpness returning to your thoughts. Seal the clarity. Your vision is being restored to its original divine resolution. The fifth round of my divine fire is closing the doors of self-sabotage and the open doors created by past wounds. I see the moments where you have been your own worst enemy, driven by a lack of forgiveness for yourself or a lingering bitterness toward those who hurt you. Those wounds act like magnets for the enemy, pulling you back into the trap just when you're about to escape. The fire is consuming the guilt, the shame, and the unworthy narratives that you have allowed to take up space in your heart. I am sealing the doors of never enough with my own blood. Every mistake you have ever made is being incinerated, and the ashes are being blown away by the wind of my Spirit. I'm teaching you to forgive as I forgive, completely, radically, and finally. The fire is drying the ink on the old pages of your story so that I can begin a new chapter of victory. No more self-punishment, no more looking back. The door is closed and the key has been thrown into the ocean of my mercy. Declare it. The doors of sabotage are closed forever. I am forgiven and I am free. Again, feel the lightness of a clean conscience. Seal the closure. The sixth round of my divine fire is the restoration of the gateways, the gates of your finances, and the gates of your relationships. I'm moving into the areas where the locusts have eaten your harvest and where the thief has broken in to steal your joy. I see the bank accounts that have been drained by unforeseen circumstances and the hearts that have been broken by betrayal. The fire of my provision is burning through the spirit of lack and the spirit of isolation. I'm restoring the years that the shadows stole from you. I'm bringing back the laughter to your home and the abundance to your storehouse. This fire is creating a hedge around your resources, ensuring that what I give you no man and no devil can take away. The gates of favor are swinging wide open, and I am calling forth divine connections, sudden breakthroughs, and unexpected provision. You are moving from a state of survival to a state of overflow. Declare it. My gates are open to favor and closed to lack. My restoration is here. Again, let the declaration rise from your gut. Seal the abundance. The seventh and final round of my divine fire is the seal of the chosen identity. This is the ultimate round that locks the trap behind you once and for all. Can you feel the finality of this moment? You are stepping across a threshold into a land you have never known, a land of authority and rest. I am marking your forehead with the seal of my ownership, a mark that the darkness recognizes and fears. You are no longer the one who was hunted. You are the one who is hidden in the secret place of the Most High. The fire has become a permanent wall of protection around you, a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. The trap that was set for your feet has been snapped shut on the empty air, for you are no longer where the enemy expected you to be. You have been relocated into my kingdom of light. It is finished. The transformation is complete. Declare it with your final breath of this round. The trap is closed. I am the chosen one, and I am free. Again, roar it into the atmosphere. Seal the identity. You are mine now and forever. Now, my beloved, feel the sudden change in the air around you. The crackling intensity of the fire is softening into a gentle golden glow. The roar of the battle has subsided, leaving behind a silence so profound it feels tangible, like a thick velvet blanket being laid over your restless spirit. I am lowering the volume of the world so that you can hear the rhythm of my heart beating in time with yours. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that does not depend on your bank account, your health, or your relationships, but resides solely in my presence. Can you feel it? It is settling in the corners of your room, drifting through the hallways of your mind, and anchoring itself in the very center of your soul. The storm hasn't just stopped. The atmosphere itself has been sanctified. You are standing in a holy sanctuary of stillness, a place where the shadows dare not enter. Breathe in this new air. It is clean, it is light, and it is filled with the fragrance of my grace. I want you to become aware of your body in this very moment, for the physical is catching up to the spiritual. Feel the tension that has been coiled like a spring in your neck and shoulders finally begin to unwind. I command your shoulders to drop. Let the weight of the world slide off them and hit the floor. It no longer belongs to you. Feel your jaw relax, the tightness you didn't even realize you were holding simply melting away. Your brow is smoothing out, the lines of worry being erased by my gentle touch. This is the somatic evidence of my work, a physical manifestation of a spiritual liberation. Your heart rate is slowing to a steady, peaceful cadence, and the shallow, anxious breaths of the past are being replaced by deep, life-giving inhalations. You are safe, you are protected, you are deeply, unconditionally loved. In this quietness, you are being knit back together, every frayed nerve and every exhausted muscle being infused with my restorative power. Stay in this stillness for a moment longer, for it is here that the deepest healing occurs. I am wrapping my peace around you like a royal cloak, shielding you from the frantic energy of the world outside. There is no rush, no urgency, and no demand being placed upon you in this space. You are simply my child, resting in the arms of your father. The trap is a distant memory, a broken toy left behind in a previous life. What remains is only the truth that I am here and I am enough. Feel the warmth of my presence on your skin, the steady assurance in your spirit that the crisis has passed. You are no longer reacting to the threat. You are resting in the victory. This atmosphere is your new normal. You will carry this stillness with you into the noise of tomorrow, and it will be a shield that the chaos cannot penetrate. Rest now, my precious one, for the work is done and the restoration has begun. Observe the great reversal that is taking place in this very hour. What the enemy intended to use for your destruction, I am repurposing for your elevation. The very weapons that were forged against you have become the tools I am using to sharpen your spirit. You looked at the pressure and saw a weight that would crush you, but I looked at the pressure and saw a forge that would refine you. I am turning the tables on every scheme of the darkness. Where there was sorrow, there will be a joy that no circumstance can steal. Where there was shame, there will be a double portion of honor. The trap was real, but my plan was greater. I've allowed you to go through the fire, not to burn you, but to make you fireproof, so that when you walk through the flames of the world, not even the smell of smoke will be upon your garments. The enemy thought he had you cornered, but he was merely leading you into the place where my power would be most visible. Every tear you shed in secret has been collected in my bottle, and I am turning those tears into the very rain that will water the seeds of your future harvest. Understand that you were never being punished. You were being trained for a throne. I do not give heavy assignments to those with weak shoulders. The difficulties you faced were the entrance exams for the new level of authority I'm placing upon your life. You have learned to trust me when you couldn't trace me. You have learned to praise me in the middle of the prison. This endurance has produced a character within you that is solid as a rock. You are no longer the fragile person who entered this season of testing. You are resilient, you are steadfast, and you are prepared to handle the weight of the blessing that is coming. A small blessing requires little preparation, but a massive outpouring requires a vessel that has been tested by the storm. You have passed the test of discouragement. You have remained faithful in the little things while the world seemed to fall apart. Now, because your character matches the magnitude of your calling, the floodgates are being unlocked. The resistance you met was merely a sign that you were close to the breakthrough, and now the path is clear. I am breathing life back into the dreams you thought were dead and buried. I am restoring your confidence, replacing the victim narrative with the victor's song. I am bringing back your laughter, not just a smile, but the deep, soul-shaking joy that radiates from the inside out. The vision that was clouded by the dust of the battlefield is now becoming crystal clear. I am giving you a fresh perspective and a new strategy for the 30 days ahead. I am returning everything the thief stole from you, the time, the peace, the resources, and the reputation. But I am not just returning it. I am multiplying it. This is your season of restoration, where the after will far surpass the before. You are emerging from this hidden season, not as a survivor, but as a sovereign ruler in your sphere of influence. The scars you carry are no longer symbols of pain. They are your credentials, the proof that you have walked through the valley of the shadow of death and emerged into the light of my favor. Your mouth will be filled with laughter once again, and those who saw your struggle will now marvel at your restoration. My child, look at yourself in the mirror of my truth. For too long, you have lived with the heart of a refugee, always looking over your shoulder, always waiting for the next blow to fall. You saw yourself as a target, a casualty of a war you didn't ask for. But that identity is being stripped away today like a tattered, blood-stained garment. I'm wrapping you in the armor of light. You are no longer the one who runs from the trap. You are the one who walks through it because you know it has no power over you. I have replaced your trembling with a steady hand, and your whispers of "why me" with a shout of "watch me." You are emerging from this fire, not as a victim who barely escaped, but as a warrior who has been tempered and sharpened. The trials were not meant to break you, but to reveal the iron I placed in your soul before you were ever born. You are transitioning from the pursued to the pursuer, from the haunted to the hero of your own story, which is ultimately my story of victory through you. You now walk with a divine covering that the darkness recognizes from a mile away. When you enter a room, the atmosphere must shift because you carry the presence of the Most High within you. Your words are no longer empty echoes of your anxieties. They are like seeds of fire that take root and change the reality around you. When you say peace, the storm must listen. When you say go, the shadows must flee. I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. You act with a wisdom that is not of this world, a strategic calm and devastating intelligence that anticipates the enemy's moves and renders them useless. You move with the quiet confidence of a general who has already seen the map of the final victory. You are protected, yes, but you are also dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. This is the moment to anchor this new identity. Do not let this truth slip away. Type "I believe" in my new authority to claim your warrior spirit. And if you feel the strength rising in your bones, hit that like button and subscribe to join this legion of light. You are an instrument of justice, a light bearer in the dark places, and a living testimony that the trap could not hold you. Stand tall, for the world is about to see what happens when my chosen one finally realizes who they are. Now that the fire has passed and the restoration has begun, I am giving you the blueprints for your daily walk. so that you may remain in this place of victory. The first and most vital step is to honor the temple I have given you. Tonight, I command you to seek full and restorative rest. Do not stay awake wrestling with shadows that have already been defeated. Your body is the vessel for my spirit, and it requires the quiet of sleep to integrate the miracle that has taken place within you. When you lie down, declare that your sleep will be sweet and that your mind is a fortress of peace. This is not merely a physical necessity, it is a spiritual act of trust. By resting, you are saying to the universe that you believe the battle is truly over and that I am the one standing guard while you recover. Let the tension drain from your limbs and surrender to the stillness I have provided, for I give to my beloved even in their sleep. As you step into tomorrow, you must learn the sacred power of the word no. For too long, you have allowed your energy to be siphoned by those who do not respect the light you carry. I am teaching you to establish holy boundaries. You are not a reservoir to be drained, but a spring of life to be protected. Say no to the demands that weigh on your soul and drain your peace. Say no to the people who only seek to pull you back into the chaos of the trap. This is not a lack of love. It is the presence of wisdom. By protecting your boundaries, you are ensuring that you have the strength to fulfill the specific assignment I have placed upon your life. Do not feel guilty for choosing the quiet path. Do not feel obligated to explain your silence. You are being set apart for a higher purpose, and that purpose requires a focused heart and a protected spirit. Furthermore, you must take the final sword of forgiveness and cut the remaining threads of the past. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It is about your liberation. If you hold on to the chains of resentment, you remain tethered to the very trap I've just opened. Release the debt, release the person, release yourself. Let the fire of my love consume the last of the bitterness, for it is a poison that only hurts the vessel that carries it. And as you walk in this freedom, you must filter the information that enters your gates. Be mindful of the digital noise and the social media currents that carry toxicity into your mind. Do not let the world's panic become your own. Choose to feed your soul on what is true, what is noble, and what is life-giving. You are the gatekeeper of your own heart. Guard it with all diligence, for from it flow the springs of life. These practical steps are the armor you wear into the world, ensuring that the peace you have found today becomes the foundation of all your tomorrows. Every word that has been spoken into your spirit today, every declaration of fire and every promise of restoration has been recorded in the eternal scrolls of heaven. This is not a fleeting emotion or a temporary relief. It is a permanent decree, signed by the finger of your Creator upon the very tablet of your soul. The trap that once stood before you is now a pile of ash behind you, and the path that was once hidden is now illuminated by the blazing sun of my favor. I've placed my seal upon your heart, and no force in the heights or the depths can undo the work that has been finished in this sacred hour. You are now walking in a new dimension of spiritual authority, where your prayers reach the throne instantly, and your path is paved with my grace. The heavens are silent in reverence for the transformation that has taken place in you. Believe it, receive it, and walk out into your world as the living proof of my power. Now it is time to place the final, unbreakable seal upon this prophecy, so that its fruits may be locked into your reality forever. Do not allow the whispers of the world to steal the seeds of light that have been planted in you. Type this final declaration now to confirm your victory. It is done. My future is guarded. This is your spiritual signature on the covenant of your deliverance. As you do this, I invite you to firmly join this family of light by subscribing to this channel once more, ensuring you are always connected to the daily bread and the divine strategies I am pouring out for my chosen ones. Press that subscribe button as an act of faith signaling that you are ready to walk this path of power and protection every single day. You are not alone, you are never forgotten, and from this moment forward, you are hidden in me. But my beloved, do not mistake the closing of the trap for the end of your journey. While the snare is broken, the new ground I have given you requires a steady hand and a warrior's wisdom to maintain. You have been liberated, but now you must learn how to govern the territory of your restored life. Do not walk away from this presence, not yet. I have prepared a specific 7-day war plan to guide your every step as you navigate this fresh landscape of favor and authority. Tap the video appearing on your screen right now to receive the tactical instructions for your next week of triumph. Do not hesitate. Your momentum is your strength. I am already there waiting to show you the way.